It's Rafi from Zurb, and in this video we're going to go over the typography styles that are built into Foundation. So Foundation has a bunch of typography styles that'll just get you going much faster, especially when you're scaffolding, and a lot of these things you'll use in your production code. So styles for paragraphs and headers are controlled through Foundation. So you have something like this where you have your header sizes and also the line height for the headers is controlled out of the box. So you kind of get something that looks pretty good right out of the box. The paragraphs and headers also contain margin bottom to kind of give element spacing as you write your content. And so the header styles are by default set in this table here. If you want to take a look at where they are set in the settings file, we can go find those. So we'll jump over to typography. So if we hop down to the typography section, we have the base typography here, and you can see that there's a lot of controls. Header font family, header font weights, header colors, line height, and various things can be controlled through the settings file. And of course, there's a header styles map. This is really powerful if you want to set up your own typography scale. So right here, it's using different font sizes that you could set up. But it can actually be used for more granular controls like line height. So if we hop back over to the documentation here, you can see that you can use something like this. So you could basically copy this and add this to your settings file. And so for a small screen, medium screen, you can even add the large breakpoint. You can control font size, line height, margin bottom, and really create that typographic scale that you're looking for. And here's another example with using shorthand for those styles. So if you don't want to have those long names, then you can use them this way as well. You can also create small header segments by wrapping the small tag around an element. So you can see here that here's a regular H3, and then this version 6.30 is wrapped in a small tag. And this basically just creates, it just reduces the size of the text inside based on the element that it's inside of. So if it's an H3, it's going to reduce itself by 20% by default. Things like links are styled out of the box as well, which you would expect. Dividers like HRs have some spacing around them, which kind of just helps you set things up. Of course, there's styles for unordered lists, ordered lists, definition lists, block quotes, abbreviations. If you're using code tags, it'll give it this kind of gray background. Keystrokes, same thing. If you're trying to highlight keystrokes, it'll look like something like this. And there's also some information on accessibility, especially using alt tags in your images. It's really important. And about contrast. So there's a lot of information. A lot of the typography styles are, kind of behind the scenes and kind of help you along the way. If you'd like to adjust the defaults, you can do it in your CSS file, or better yet, if you're using Sass, it's much easier. You have all these variables available to you to kind of get the look and feel that you're looking for. So there's definitely a lot here in the settings file. There's also print styles available, so a lot of the print CSS is taken care of for you, and we also did a separate video on that, so make sure you check it out. So that's it for the typography styles in Foundation.